Hello YouTube, my name is Cyberzan and I talk about anything you can find on the internet. We have had a major breakthrough in the search for the Teddy Creepypasta original image, and we are now closer than ever to finding it. We have successfully reinvigorated the search and done a lot of work in a short period of time. We now know who made the bear, where the bear came from, we've located the second bear and its owner and are in contact. I've discovered a third bear, and we've also discovered an entire later generation of bear variants from the same creator. This is a real breakthrough, and I'm gonna make this video as clean and concise as possible. I'm not trying to make this some big long production. I'm just gonna give you a timeline and I'm just gonna give you details so that way you can join the search if you want to. Now, some of you may know, in my last video, I talked about the Teddy Creepypasta, and I talked about where this image came from, where this bear might have came from, and we ran through a whole bunch of theories and ideas about its origin. In that video, I used a timeline made by a user named Board Brews. And in that timeline, there is a link to an amino page where a user by the name of Grimes found a second bear in a thrift shop that is very, very similar to the one that's in the Teddy Creepypasta. I talked about how Grimes disappeared from that amino page and never posted again after sharing that image, leaving everyone on a cliffhanger for 6 years. That bear that Grimes posted, the second one, was the closest one that we had to finding the first one, because that bear could have been a really good lead into looking into where the original one came from. Well, funny enough, guess who was actually already subscribed to my channel? Grimes. So he joined my Discord server and sent me many pictures of the bear that he still has. And yes, to alleviate everyone's concern about the condition of the bear is in great condition. Grimes has taken excellent care of the bear, and he seems very happy, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas from the chainsaw shelf. It turns out the bear's name is Angus McBEAR. He is a porcelain-faced stuffed bear made by a doll artist named Sandra Wright Justice. He was made in 1984 and came from somewhere on the East Coast. Not Russia, like everyone thought. This second bear was found in a thrift store in West Virginia, and Sandra operates out of that region as a professional doll maker. Now, using this newfound information, we found a bunch of information on Sandra, a bunch of her other works, and obviously this original Teddy image exists because it probably was up for sale at some point. So I kept hunting, and I assumed that this was an old eBay listing. But the problem is, eBay doesn't keep sold listings up for a long period of time. But eBay does sell the listing data to WorthPoint, and WorthPoint keeps the listing data up from the past 15 years. So the answer was obvious: check WorthPoint, and I did. And boom! Third bear. This one we were calling Anti-Teddy because he looks like the anti of the original Teddy. So now we have Teddy, Angus McBEAR, and Anti-Teddy. And after I found this, Board Brews did confirm the description, being that the bear was a music box. Also, myself and a handful of other users have found another type of bear made by the same artist. This one seems to be a circus bear, also porcelain-faced. Obviously a lot different than the 3 creepypasta-style bears that we have, but it is a lot more traceable because, as you could see, there were 275 of them made. This artist typically doesn't make bear stuff now. It seemed they had a stint in making porcelain-faced bears in the 1980s, and then after that they switched to just regular dolls. But just for the sake of clarification, these ones I'm calling the Gen 1 bears, and these ones I'm calling the Gen 2 bears. Original Teddy is still missing. But it's good to know that Teddy has a whole family. We know who the artist is, and we know where they came from. In all seriousness, just as a side note, do not contact the artist. Do not contact Sandra Justice. She realistically has nothing to do with these images, because as you can see from the writing on this bear's foot, it looks like it says 1984. Well, in 1984, there wasn't that much digital photography around, which is what these images are, so we can only assume that this bear was being sold after the original buyer purchased it. So the odds of this being from the original sale is incredibly unlikely, and she probably doesn't have anything to do with it outside of the original sale. So please do not contact Sandra Justice. She is a sweet old lady. Leave her alone. So now we have 3 known bears and an entire second generation of other bears by the same artist. Grimes from the amino post with the second bear is Sliced Cheese on Instagram. Please go give him a follow, show him some love, especially for taking such good care of Angus McBEAR and really helping with the search efforts. Also, if you want to participate in the search or just chat, hang around, share music, share memes, whatever, join my Discord. The link is in the description. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should. Just in case I talk about something that you did 6 years ago. You'd probably want to know. Bye.